Getting some good audio here.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Rides. Knoebels rides.
They have rides?
They have
Because before 5 o'clock, I wouldn't have known
some. Yeah, it's a
Should
funny
we talk
thing
about
with
that? Let's talk about that. How overpriced the park is. If you wanna ride anything before 5 o'clock, and then how reasonable it becomes if you take the after dusk special of 5 o'clock, and then it's not so bad after that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic that they still do free parking and free admission to the place. But for an all-day ride pass, if you get it before 5, it's... How much is it? It's like
$41.50.
$41.50? That's pretty high.
Yeah, of course you could do individual ride tickets for anything in the park, but yeah, for the ride pass, it's the bracelet with coasters. You can get one without. That's good for just the flats and not the roller coasters, which I wonder how many of those are really selling, because that
seems pointless to me.
That seems pretty weird. If you want to do everything, it's $41.50, and that's still not everything, because you still got to pay extra for Haunted Mansion and Black Diamond.
Oh yeah, that's such bullshit.
So,
the pool I can understand paying extra for.
Yeah, the pool is
that's
really,
a weird,
it's
different
a separate thing. Yeah,
but 2 of the rides that are there in the park, they have to pay extra for. I don't get that.
Yeah, so it's really, and that, if you only do each dark ride once, it's what, 46 something. That's, we figured it out at the time, but
yeah. Well, one is Black Diamond is $250, right? Or is it $225?
I think it's $225.
$225, and the Haunted
I think it's
Mansion
it's
/ house is is it $175?
I think it's $175. Yeah. So it's $4.
Yeah.
So it's $45.50. And that's to only do those two. You unlimited on everything else, but you only get in each dark ride once.
Yeah.
And if you want to do them a second time each, or one of the, it's even more. So it becomes very expensive, fast.
Yeah.
But you could just do what we do, and like we were talking about, we sample all the food, just check everything out, check out some of the entertainment. We don't really review entertainment here. Thanks for riding, but if we did, Knoebels would not get high marks. It was pretty piss poor.
Yeah.
It felt like they just took 5 random people from the crowd that day and put them in silly glittered shirts and decided to have them sing some 50s, 60s, and 70s tunes.
Yes.
Very poorly, out of sync and out of tune.
What about the Bee Gees show?
Oh, the Bee Geesers.
The Bee Geesers, man.
Yes. If you like Bee Gees music, you might enjoy the Bee Geesers. Just a Bee Gee cover band, I guess. We didn't really even watch the I don't like Bee Gees at all. So
no, we just walked past them.
Walked past it. Yeah.
I like a couple of their songs.
Keep walking.
Yeah.
So we did that, and since they're upcharge anyway, we paid for our Black Diamond and Haunted Mansion rides and got those in. So you could do all that, and then you just wait, buy your time, and then at 5 o'clock you go buy your bracelet, and then you still have 5 hours to have a great time.
Sure.
And at that point, it was only, what, 20?
The sundown price for 2013 is $25. That's all the flats and all the coasters.
So it's 25. So that's a much better deal.
Yeah, compared to $41.50?
A little planning, and it makes all the difference. Because you take the after 5, and the night rides, you got to do Twister and the Pioneer Train at night.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Anyway, no matter what. So, I mean, I just don't see doing it any other way.
Yeah, that place is great at night. I thought it had a really great feel to the whole thing.
Great night vibe, yes.
The lighting is low. Has a very woodsy feel. With the whole campground thing. Just gets accented at night. It seems even more campgroundy and wildernessy than it did during the day somehow. Those couple of
dark.
colored lights they have by the
like the creek or
little
whatever
creek that they
is.
have there. That was...
It's just, they look, but they're so
that's
beautiful.
a time warp, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful, though. I mean,
Yeah.
LEDs and the new LED light packages are great. And they have those there, too. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, they do.
Um,
On Stratosphere.
yeah, specifically on the new drop tower. But to see those, just a large size colored light bulbs, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And the smell at night. You got the fact that the entire park just smells like a campfire.
Yeah, that's great.
It smells like everything's burning. It's just
Oh, that burning wood smell.
it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It's just a magical experience. It really is. So now let's talk about rides.
So yeah, so you're
We've talked about
there.
almost everything else. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's the sun is starting to go down. It's beginning that process. So now you're gonna ride some rides.
and that's when we start riding. Yeah.
yeah. So what do they got?
So we're starting to ride, and what are we doing? Well, I know what we're doing. We're going to the Sky Ride.
Okay,
Because
we're
I'm not
doing
even
that.
sure if the Sky Ride's open at night. In fact, we never even figured that out, did we?
Um,
We thought it. We had doubts whether it was or not. So just in case, we decided to do that first. After, like I said, we never.
Yeah, we didn't check.
We never bothered to actually go back and check
But
and figure it out.
it doesn't matter. We did the Sky Ride. They got one there. It's okay. It's no Lake Compound Sky Ride.
It would be better if Lake Compounds didn't have one.
But well, yeah.
If that one didn't
that's a
exist,
good thing. Yeah,
this would
that's
be
a thing to say. Yeah.
pretty good, pretty amazing. But it's not so amazing. It's still good. It's fun, but it's not amazing because that other one exists. It's twice the distance, twice the height, twice the insanity.
I don't like those extreme heights, and this one doesn't really bother me.
So there you go. It can't be good then.
So yeah, there you go.
It ain't scaring the pants off people who don't like heights. Then what are you doing? Come on, Dick. Dick. You can do a better sky ride than that.
What else they got there?
And they got that little Space Mountain.
Oh yeah,
Someone's
got
got to educate us and let us know what that is if they know. There's a little thing that looks just like Space Mountain. A little model of Space Mountain that sits there that you go over on the sky ride at the very beginning, just across the road.
Yeah.
They have it sitting there. I don't know what that's supposed to be. So it's a roof to something, or a little oddly shaped storage shed. It's odd. But anyway.
They got
So then what else did we do? Then we did the whip.
they got a whip there.
It was fine, and it's fun. They run a very long cycle there,
Too long.
which was too long.
Too
Which
long.
I think it barely stopped moving, and we just jumped out. We got lucky. Our vehicle stopped like right by the exit. We just jumped out of that thing and ran the fuck out of there. Because that was almost, it seemed like 10 minutes. I don't know. I know it wasn't that long, the cycle, but it felt like that when you were on it. It was just such a
forever.
long cycle. But it was good. I had not done that one before, so it was just chuck up another original Coney Island Mangles whip, which was fun to do.
So then we went and we rode Downdraft.
That's a fun little ride that packs a punch.
Yeah, that thing. That's a tight little circle.
It's really...
Oh man.
It really has a it really messes with your head, and you feel like you're warping through time every time you come into the hub, and then before it blasts you back out to the larger out and up and make the larger circle. It feels like time slows down when you're blasted, when you're up at the highest point, and then speeds up as you come back in, down and in toward the hub, and it's a really weird, trippy experience.
It feels like you're flying off of the ride. It's got to be the closest thing to if, in a really cartoony or Hollywood Final Destination movie kind of way.
Yeah.
If the ride car were to just fly off of the thing, it feels like that's what it's doing. It's a little unnerving, just a little bit. It's a fun ride though. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's very dizzifying. It really, it really is. And what was the other comment we had? It feels like you're in a movie that's one of those movies that's doing the speed up, slow down
Oh,
style of
yeah.
action filmmaking that's
Like a Matrix-y,
all the rage right now.
speed up, slow down bullshit that I can't fucking stand.
Yeah, that kind of direction. It feels like you're in a movie like that.
Yeah.
Where it just life keeps speeding up and slowing down and speeding up and slowing down. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it works on this ride. I like it.
Pretty cool ride.
So what did we do then? When we did Power Surge, Zamperla Power Surge.
Yeah, Zamperla Power Surge. That's your basic.
It's it's a fun ride. It's fine.
Yeah, we can go on about it. But
It's no top scan, so
we'll have a
whatever.
flat ride discussion one day
Yeah.
where we'll get into some of that stuff. So
So
that's just your basic Power Surge.
yeah, what else did we do?
We
We did the
headed-
rocket jets. Is it called?
All right, we did get on those guys. That's a nice. That's your basic hub and spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that's okay. An okay
Yeah.
ride. We did the teacups.
Oh, those are fun. Another long cycle.
the figure eight teacups. Yeah,
Yeah, the figure eight teacups are
where
fun.
you just keep changing direction and it ends up spinning itself.
Yeah, if you've never done one of those, it's sort of like Mater's Junkyard Toe Jam, whatever it's called, where you switch between turntables.
It's a cuddle up, is what it is. It's a cuddle up.
You cuddle up to your gal and
Your best gal. Well, going to Knoebels. Come on, honey. Gotta think of a name for that guy.
All right, so then we did the fun dong go.
Oh yeah. I could feel it. Breathe in the air.
Oh, that's right.
Feel the go. That was a Moser.
Yeah.
That was the Moser Frisbee Claw, their version of that ride. And that was probably the worst of those types I've ever been on.
Yeah, that was not very good.
That was not a very fun one. It was slow. It was sluggish.
Very sluggish, yeah.
It just never got. It seemed like it got up to full speed. It definitely got up to full height, but you never got a good spin going. The seat spin just didn't get going very fast, and it wasn't very good.
Yeah. Which is weird because I think we both really liked it at the same ride type at Adventureland,
the
Iowa.
Moser, yeah.
But this one, it was not running well.
And then were there any flats that we? Well, I mean, that was what we did this trip, but in general, I mean, there's the Cosmotron,
Oh, yeah.
which is an indoor Music Express type ride. It's not an actual Mac Music Express.
No.
That would be much better if it was. It's kind of a smaller. I don't know what it is. It might be the Bertizon version of that or something else. I don't know exactly which one that is, but it's the ride itself is not very good, and they don't play great music either.
No, not really.
It's all about the music and the light show while you're spinning in a circle, and they don't do it that well there,
Right.
from my past experiences. And
They have a carousel.
well, the carousel is classic.
Yeah, it's a really good carousel. They still do the brass ring there, which I love. You can still go out and grab that ring.
Well, there you go again with not you personally, but sorry, you make it sound like that. With just Knoebels, just being that link to the past.
Yeah, yeah.
Just keeping one of the few, if only, places keeping certain things alive that used to be staples in the amusement industry, like the carousel brass ring.
Yeah.
And now it's one of the only ones left, and it's the only one I think that either one of us have done.
Yeah, it's the only one I've done.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
only one I've done as well. And I actually got the brass ring. I'd
Yeah,
like
you
to say.
lucky son of a bitch.
Not this time, but the last time I was there, I actually got the brass ring. So I'm very proud of that. I will always remember that. Cherish that memory the rest of my life.
Oh, there's that thing you did. What is it called? By the motorboat cruise.
Oh, they have a Rolo plane.
Yeah, that's it.
Everly Aircraft Rolo plane. That's a an interesting ride. I don't know what else to really say about it. It was many years ago when I did it, and I haven't really bothered to ever do it again. It's okay. I don't know. It's almost impossible to describe. You have to just see it. Look it up. Look it up online. Look for a picture or a video of it.
Is that it for?
And then we actually did not do the Stratosphere.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
It's pretty high.
They're saying 148.
So 150,
Yeah.
$150, and it looked fine.
Sure.
An efficient thrill.
Yeah.
Just up and immediately let you go and dropped. There was no hang time on top, right? I think it just immediately
none.
just would release as soon as you got to the top. Just boom.
So, water rides? What do you think?
Well, they have a pool.
Yeah, they got a pool there.
Well, I almost don't consider that part of the park, and that really is like a separate thing. If you want to go in that
it is
pool.
right there. You can actually stop and watch the people swim and stuff if you really wanted to do that.
Well, you can watch them dive, I think, which is cool.
Yeah.
They have it. The diving boards are right there, where you can see them from the outside.
Yeah, they're right up against the road. That road there.
So, I mean, you could be a perv, I guess. You can be a voyeur and watch the girlies in their bathing suits trying to dive. They all end up just kind of stepping off the board and holding their nose as they go down. All the girls I saw, most of the guys too, and there was just a couple of people who actually did actual dives.
I don't know if I saw anyone do a real dive.
No, I saw a couple.
Oh, you did? Okay.
We only sat there for a few minutes and watched. But what does this have to do with the rides? What are we doing here?
I don't know. Okay, they have a shoot to shoots there.
So
that
Skloosh.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really funny name, Skloosh.
Skloosh. Yes.
And it makes
It's a little close to splooge.
a gigantic splash. One of the biggest
ever.
Maybe the biggest. I don't know. It's tough to tell between that and Tidal Force.
I still
at
think
Hershey
Tidal
Park.
Force is a little bigger, but
I don't know.
Or at least
it's
tied.
tough call, but it's gigantic. It's just an up and downer, nothing really special.
But that's a huge splash.
Yeah, huge splash. But the real star of the water rides is the log flume. Damn fine log flume.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
You go out into the woods a little bit. They have a cave. And it's a nice drop. Nice couple of drops on there.
2 drops. Yeah, 2 drops. McFlops. And just the right amount of splash. Just a nice cooling
bit
of water you get, but you don't get too wet. Really good log flume.
And so that's it for the water rides, right?
Yeah, they don't have a rapids.
Yeah.
No raps.
Okay, so what does that leave? That leaves haunted.
Well, that leaves
haunted. What? What do you?
The bread and butter.
How do you even call that one? It says on the sign by the ride, haunted house, but on the map it says mansion, and at the ticket booth I think it says mansion.
All I know is I've seen it both ways.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
I already forgot which one I saw where, but I know the sign doesn't. The main ride sign at the gates there, the fake gates of the of the estate that is supposed to be the ride, says one thing, and then on the ticket booth it said another thing. The physical ticket that they hand you when you purchase it for the ride says something, and then the map and guide that you get and somewhere in there they don't agree.
Yeah.
There's a couple that say house, a couple say mansion. So it's the haunted mansion house.
Okay.
Neither one is original, even remotely original, but either way they couldn't decide, so I guess they did both. Whatever you want to call it, it's pretty great. It's a pretty great dark ride.
Yeah, it's a classic. Certainly, at this point, it's been one for a long time.
It's been
very
around,
famous.
Since the 70s.
Since the 70s, yeah.
And it is, it's my favorite of the traditional. It's my favorite traditional style dark ride. It's traditional. It doesn't do anything besides traditional old school amusement park. It's nothing. It's no Disney magic. No Universal hullabaloo. And it's the best of those. In my opinion. It's really great. Even just the exterior, it really is a mansion. It's a real full size with the porch on the front. So right from the beginning, I'm enjoying it, and I think it's a really great setup. And then the ride itself is great. A lot of great stunts. Some that really in your face moments.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's kind of light. They mix it up, a whole bunch of different types of themes and ways to kind of startle you or scare you. It's got clowns. It's got crazy Aboriginal jungle guys, I guess.
Yeah.
There's...
You got a couple, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just say they have a couple animals. There's some skulls.
New animals. There's cartoonish kind of monsters, and there's more real-looking.
Yeah, they throw in a lot
creeps.
of stuff.
It's really great.
And it's a nice long one, too. It's good length.
It's long. It's multi-leveled. You go up.
Yeah.
You go down.
The only thing is they don't spin the barrel anymore, right?
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, the spinning barrel is now.
Is it totally done, or was it just not
now
working?
It's a still barrel.
Yeah.
No, this was the second time, and that was a 5-year gap in between visits, and it wasn't spinning. So I think it's done.
Okay.
If I'm wrong about that, write us. Let us know. Let us know your experience. Maybe the barrel was spinning, and you were there last year. But from what I've seen, it hasn't been spinning in a long time. I think it might be permanently done for one reason or another. But
it's a great ride, very well done. They keep it up. Everything was working, right?
Yeah, I really can't recall anything ever not working in it.
Yeah.
They do a really good
Again,
job,
except for that barrel.
That. Which it seems like they've turned off intentionally.
But it's a conscious decision. It seemed like.
And I mean, so it is upcharged, which is kind of annoying. It's not a ton of money. It's $1.75. And at least it does. It's nice to see that they are at least applying that money. It would seem because they're keeping it up.
Okay.
And everything's always working. And so I guess a ride like that maybe costs more to maintain, and to keep it really running at peak level at all times, and it seems like they do that. They invest and they keep it going.
There are a lot of sets and props in there.
A lot of moving parts. It really an excellent traditional haunted house, a ride-through haunted house. I think the best of its kind.
It's fantastic.
It's fan-fucking-tastic. Whoops.
So what about their other dark ride?
Oh, what other dark ride do they have there, Andrew?
They got a little ride called... And they got it from Maury's Piers. It was called... What was it called? Golden Nugget?
Golden Nugget Mine Ride.
Yeah. And so Knoebels bought it, fixed it up, made it real purty.
Well, it's another fantastic dark ride. It's another winner. I mean, they know how to do dark rides.
Yeah, they
really do. Because that haunted house has been awesome for all these years, and it's taken them It took them, I guess, somewhat around 40 years, something like that, and they're finally doing the follow up, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
And now the follow up is just incredible.
Yeah, and so this one is themed to a coal mine, and
they're mining for black diamonds.
Yeah, and something goes wrong, I guess. I'm not sure if there's a real story exactly. It's you're going through there, you see the miners doing their thing, and eventually there's a skeleton and some ghosts, and
well, I think it's the mine is haunted.
The mine's haunted. Okay.
What I gather.
And so some trouble happens, and you scoot on out of there, but it's great stuff.
Yeah, that is a great ride.
Yeah, we had to do it twice, even though it was upcharge. We had to do it a second time.
Yeah, we paid our $2.25 twice to go on that because it was just so good.
Yeah,
we had to see it again, and it's a coaster. It's a credit at the same time.
Yeah,
bonus.
it's like as a bonus, it counts as a credit. That's really cool.
And it's a roller coaster and it's a very mild roller coaster.
Yeah.
Just a
Much
couple
more of a dark ride than a coaster.
Yeah, but it works.
Yeah.
Totally works. And I think another instance where it's the best of its type.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a traditional coaster dark ride, which there's very few of.
Well, what are some other examples of that?
The ones that come to my mind immediately are Dollywood, Silver Dollar City.
Oh, right. Okay.
Blazing Fury, Fire in the Hole. And I think the Black Diamond is better than those rides.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It was just really, really great. It got applause out of us after the at the conclusion of the first ride. It's really great. It's a really good one. And then they got their roller coaster lineup. Well, should we just go for? I mean, Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix.
Just start with the best. It's top 10 for sure. Top 5, maybe. I have to think about it a little bit more.
You saying wood or all?
Wood.
Wood?
Wood.
I think it's definitely top 5 wood.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great ride.
It's all about that last run. The little hills, not the big ones. The big hills that it starts out with are nice, but it's those little ones that really throw you out.
Well, it's all about air.
Yeah.
It's all about airtime.
Yeah.
It's an airtime machine. And for a ride that doesn't have a huge stature, it's only, I don't know, what is it, 100? Is it even 100?
It's 78 feet tall.
Oh, wow, 78. Yeah, it doesn't look like much, but this one, it's just designed superbly. And like you said, the first and second drop are almost the worst part of the ride.
No, it just gets better as it goes.
Yeah, and that's not that they're bad, but you don't get a ton of air to start with, and then the ride is just seemingly just continues to pick up speed as you go.
Yes,
and then as you get into the smaller drops, it starts with a double up and double down section.
Oh yeah.
Along the back. And then you got all the smaller drops, and man, just flying out of your seat, every one of them.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Just the ride does not lose any speed. You just keep going. If anything, you're going faster, or it feels like it. And it's just incredible. I've been saying this a lot on this review, but the best of its type. The best of the kind of mid-size, we're talking like a 75 to 100 foot ride, mid-size wood coaster that's just drops and fan turns, not a twister. It's not really out and back. I mean, it's out and back, maybe more than a twister, but not a traditional out and back, because it winds around itself. Maybe it's the out and back, like a triple out and back or something like that, a quadruple out and back. It kind of keeps going back and forth. But there are a lot of rides like that. And this is the best of those. This one just does it right.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, just like Boulder Dash doesn't have those big stats, but man, it delivers.
Yeah.
It is very deceptive, but man, it's really incredible. It's smooth.
Yes, yeah.
And speedy, and delivers a ton of air.
And I guess we could say it's really the signature ride of the park.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's Knoebels' signature ride. And then there's a twister.
Mister, where's Twister?
When we get lost, that's what we say. It's a formidable ride. It's a formidable. It's a wooden coaster. It was, what year was Twister done?
They opened Twister at Knoebels in 99.
99. That's been around for a while already. And that was Knoebels did it in house. They built it. Isn't it? What does it say there? Is this an exact replica of the Mr. Twister?
Okay. Roller Coaster Database says that it was built by Knoebels using plans adapted by so and so from John Allen's original design, John Allen's original plans. So they changed the design, it looks like, slightly to accommodate for where they wanted to place the coaster in Knoebels.
Well, I guess the only room they really had. They had to go across the street as it was. Not that, I mean, it's not a real working street. I know I mentioned it in layout already. I mean, it sounded like there really is a highway or something. It's not. I mean,
well, up
it's
to
just
a point, it is. You can see cars coming in and making a turn up by Fandango.
Right.
Making a turn into the campground.
I think that's how you get to
whatever
the
it is.
campground.
Yeah. But yeah, in the park, the cars can't actually go on there.
Right.
Well, a car that's not affiliated with the park.
Yeah, you'll see the maintenance pickup truck or something will go by, but that's about it. But all right, so that being said, so they had to go across that road though that is there, and have that kind of that dead end, that bottleneck where the twister is. So it looks like it's slightly modified from what the original Mr. Twister. Where was that?
Is it Ellich or Elitch Gardens?
That was in Ellich Gardens. That was Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. How that all, and then that became a Six Flags for a bunch of years, and now it's not. So it's not even an exact replica. It's in no way the original Mr. Twister.
Yeah, if you look at the stats, the original Twister height, the original Mr. Twister height was 96 feet, and Knoebels is 101. So they had to change it a little bit.
Yeah, so it's a take on the original Mr. Twister, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's a wooden coaster, obviously a Twister coaster. So a nice compliment, I guess, to Phoenix, where that's your airtime machine, your drops and fan turns. This would be twist. Really, the ride is the centerpiece is a double helix, a huge double helix.
Yeah.
Is the centerpiece of the ride.
It goes around the station.
Which that's really cool. So the double helix around the station is a real signature of this ride, the Twister, as is the lift on top of lift. The lift tool is actually split into two parts, two halves.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Where the second half is really over the first half.
Yeah.
Literally above it.
Going the other way, too.
So you lift and then you do a 180-degree turnaround and then go up the rest of the second half of the lift. Which, again, it looks like the original Mr. Twister didn't have. And it looks like they probably just did it because of space.
Why would you do that originally?
Yeah, I guess it was just space limitations at Knoebels that caused that. But it's really cool. It's a neat little effect. And
yeah, it is. They figured it out somehow.
And it makes... it just gives that ride a unique twist.
Ooh, brimch.
I like it. I like Twister. And I think I like it more than you do, Andrew. I enjoy it more, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's just okay.
I really kind of like it. It doesn't deliver much. There's a couple. There's an initial drop and I think another kind of mid-ride drop. That are the only two significant, just kind of straight down drops. They're about, I guess, like 80-foot drops or so. At least the first one is. The second one's less than that. But yeah, you don't get a tremendous amount of air really or anything. It is a Twister coaster. It's really about speed and twists and that double helix.
Yeah,
that's what the ride's really meant to be about anyway. So that one really comes alive. Phoenix is great day or night. Mm-hmm. It's gonna get you, but Twister at night really comes alive. It's really close to the campground, so it smells like burning wood more than any other part of the park.
It smells like the ride's burning when you're on it.
It really does. Yeah, the first time I was ever there, it really threw me. I really thought that something was going on. It's a really fun ride.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't have a problem with it.
I guess we have to mention it, but flying turns, it's there. Still not open.
As of 2013.
And when do they get that going? It was supposed to open in 2008?
I think 7?
Or 7? What was supposed to be the opening year of that one?
It was supposed to open in 2007.
Wow. Little off the mark on this one.
But yeah, they kind of fucked that up. Whatever the problem is, I'm not sure. I think it's something to do with the cars. They can't.
Yeah, that's the rumor going around.
Yeah, they can't get the cars quite right or past safety inspection or something.
Well, let's say so. It's a bobsled coaster. What they wanted to do was build a bobsled coaster out of wood. And so they were just going for a retro style with a bobsled, and it hasn't worked out well for them. It's 7 years later, and they still haven't been able to get this thing open. It's heading on 7. Now we're wrapping up the 2013 season, so yeah.
Well, yeah, they're not going to open it till...
So it's going to be at least 2014 if it ever opens. So yeah, I mean, we can say 7 years at this point. It's disappointing, to say the least. I don't know if it looks like much, though. Anyway, it looks like it would just... I can't see it being any better than the bobsled coasters.
Than like the Mack bobsled.
The Mack and the...
That you can ride at King's Dominion.
Yeah, the Mack King's Dominion is the only one, Mack one in this country, and then there's still a couple Intamin left. You got Great Escape, New York, and you got Texas, Six Flags Over Texas. It's still got one. I don't know if this would be better than those. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to ride it. I'm definitely interested, and I think it'd be fun. And I don't necessarily think it'd be a bad addition to Knoebels. Traditional, this ultra traditional. If any park's going to have a wooden bobsled throwback coaster, it would have to be Knoebels. It definitely wouldn't make sense anywhere else. Here it does kind of make sense. I hope they get it going. At the same time, it's hard not to be very frustrated with them by the fact that it hasn't been open in all these years.
Yeah,
it's hard to not be.
Whenever they open it, it's I don't know. I don't know what you could say about it at this point.
That's the thing. It's going on so many years now that there's no way it could live up to.
Well, no.
Being a ride that's 7, 8, 10 years in the making. There's no way it's going to be that good. Almost no ride could be. But I don't think its Flying Turns is going to be that amazing. It's not going to blow your mind.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think
in
so.
any way, shape, or form. So that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not like it's something that's never been done before or that you can't ride today. Something similar.
Already. Yeah, you can still ride something that's the basic same idea.
Yeah.
Just because it's wood, a wood trough versus a steel trough. It's really the only difference. So, but it's there. I wouldn't allow it to affect my score one way or the other, personally.
No, I'm going to pretend like it's really not there.
Yeah, it's just as if it's still not there. And then we have to mention the Pioneer Train.
Yeah, this thing is fantastic. And this thing goes way the hell out into the woods, into total darkness. If you do this at night,
yeah.
If it wasn't for the light that's on the front of that train, you'd be in total blackness.
Well, that's one thing though about this this time we were there. I recall in the past that they actually turned the light out.
Oh, really?
When you got to the furthest point in the woods, to really let you know that you're out in the middle of nowhere at that point.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do for our ride this Labor Day weekend 2013. So I don't know if that's for some reason they've stopped doing that, or if they just weren't doing it the night we were there for whatever reason, or the operator of our train didn't get the memo. I don't know. But in the daytime, it's just going to be an average speedy train into the woods, which is still kind of cool. I mean, you really leave the park limits and just kind of go out there into the woods.
When you're out there, you can't see the park at all. You can't see anything.
You can't hear it. You can't even hear it.
Yeah, it's just trees.
You don't hear screams or the wood coaster sounds or anything. You're out there.
It's really it's I don't know, it's very, very cool.
One of my favorite. This one, I'm not going to say it's the best of its type. It's not the best train out there, but it's one of my favorites though. It's up there. It's
me too.
It's very fun. A great ride. Do it at night. Save it. It's worth it.
There's no second station.
It's a round trip. It's a round trip. We should say that. Yeah.
All right.
So
I think that about does that. About wraps it up for rides.
So as a collection, as a ride collection,
I'm thinking 4 at least. A lot of feel good rides.
That's a good way to put it. 4 Black Diamonds.
Black Diamonds!
Yeah.
So final tally for Knoebels.
All right, what do we do here?
17
17.
out of a possible 24.
Wow.
Knoebels did very well.
Knoebels.
Now, to compare it a little bit, we gave Six Flags New England a 10.5, and we gave Lake Compounce an 11.5. So Knoebels blew those two parks away.
At least based on...
This arbitrary scale that we came up with.
Yes, based on the 2013 visits to these places,
Yeah.
those numbers, for me, they reflect about the times I had.
Yeah.
Knoebels has a really good time.
Yeah, it's got a great vibe to the whole place. It took us a while to get that. We went there a couple times before, spread out over a couple of years, but I don't know, this last time it just really clicked for us. We finally got it.
Yeah, it's subjective. I guess for someone else, you might get it the first time around. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
But I know for us, it took a while to really to get it and to get into to it. But I can't imagine we'd be the only ones. I think other people might be the same thing. So I think it's a park you have to try it a couple times. Don't give up on it.
Yeah.
It's really just don't fight it. You got to go there and let it take you. It's a step back in time, and you just gotta roll with it, take it for what it is, enjoy it, and man, you'll have a great time. You'll have a great time.
You know what's something that I really love about Knoebels that we noticed this past visit was that their operations are excellent. Their ride operations are excellent. The log flume, they were pumping those logs out Splash Mountain style.
Yeah.
One right after the other. It was like 5 seconds between logs when they were coming off the drops. And with the coasters, they weren't stacking them up. They weren't stacking the trains up. When one was out in the course, they let the other one go midway through. You know, they were running those rides very well.
Absolutely. Excellent operations. They
know
how to do it there.
Yeah, when we were at Cedar Point, we were saying that their operations had slipped and they weren't as good as they used to be.
Yeah, they get tied up in all this visual scan and
Yeah.
and hop, jump, and a skip and a twirl. Now it's safe to go. Thumbs up. Everyone's getting caught in all this bullshit, and that really does nothing. It's not making anything any safer for anyone. It's just wasting everyone's time and cutting capacity down. And Knoebels is not doing that.
No.
No seatbelts on the Woodies.
No. They had them on Black Diamond, though, which was
They did have it on Black Diamond. That's why I had to stop myself on the Woodies. But that, Twister and Phoenix, just your lap bar. That's all you need.
Yeah. And it made for very fast load and unload.
Yeah. That was great. It's a great time. It's a great place.
That was great. Good food. A fun layout that you can get lost in and really get immersed in the park and the atmosphere and that whole campground feel with the gravel and the trees. And they have a shop where a guy does woodworking, and they have they have eagles that you can go look at, a little eagle sanctuary, and
the museum.
They have a museum.
Two museums. They have a carousel museum.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, it's almost like three, because they have the carousel museum, then they have the mining museum, the coal mining museum. But in the back of the coal mining museum, they have a Knoebels museum just about the history of the park.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of things to explore and to check out. It's really tough to see it all in one visit, I think.
Yeah. Despite not being the largest place, it's only a small to mid-sized park.
Yeah.
But it's so dense. There's so much to do there.
Yeah, dense is a good word. It's a very dense place.
It's so much to do. Again, all that food, so much to try.
It has a lot of personality, that place.
Yeah. It's the best getting lost you'll get all summer. If you do it. Really. It's really great. It's a great place.
Yeah.
It's unique. It's worth doing. It's Knoebels. Oh, and I guess a funny little story we should touch on. The following day after Knoebels, we went to Dorney Park. And upon entering the park, we were just talking amongst ourselves and I guess getting our map and guide at the front gate. And then all of a sudden I heard someone shout over, "You gotta get a new shirt." I had no idea someone was talking to me. I had worn my Knoebels Phoenix shirt that I just purchased the day before in Knoebels.
Brian loves to do that.
I love buying a shirt and then wearing it the next day to the next park on a vacation or a trip. And then we looked around and saw, I heard it again, "You gotta change your shirt," and saw it was the general manager of Dorney Park.
Yeah, Mike Fennel. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his last name. But.
Fennel. Of the fennel seeds. The fennel cakes.
Mike Fennel Cake. That's a nasty.
So it was Mike
cake.
Fennel, and so he was just, I guess, kind of ribbing me, telling me to change my shirt. You gotta get a new shirt. Wearing the Knoebels shirt to Dorney Park, and then he proceeded to tell me that he has ridden flying turns. He had got on it, and I asked him, "How'd you manage to do that?" And he just said, "I know Dick." And we just exchanged knowing glances and nodded, and that was it. Because he, I guess, just knew we were enthusiasts. He just figured it out, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I was wearing. Oh, I think I was wearing my Lake Winnie shirt.
Like Winnie, was it? Okay.
And so, yeah, he could see we were both
Yeah, I
park
guess.
people.
So that was just a funny moment.
Yeah.
You know,
I know Dick. And we all knew what he was talking about.
And he knew we knew what he was talking about, and that was pretty much the end of it. And then again, he was busy. He was, I guess, heading back to take a boost or something like that.
Yeah.
Doing something, so he didn't really have time to chat. But and then he just says, "Oh no, seriously, get a new shirt."
Yeah, that was a great way to end that conversation.
As we're walking away, you know, he's like, no, well, he's like, "All right, you guys enjoy your day in the park, but yeah, get a new shirt."
He seemed really serious about it.
Like as we were walking away, though, he was, he had to put that in.
Yeah, that was the point where it stopped becoming a joke, and he really meant it.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, seriously, get a new shirt, or I'm banning you from the park. You will never be allowed in Dorney Park ever again." So that was a fun little moment. I just shot my wad at Knoebels. I'm spent. Thanks for riding.
Hey guys, we'd love to know what you think. Post a comment or question on thanksforriding.tumblr.com, or you can email us at thanksforriding@yahoo.com. We're on Facebook too. What the hell do I do with that?